Hey, hello guys, welcome to Cloud Learning channel. So, if you are first time coming to this channel, please subscribe. You will get interesting videos which can help you to boost your career in cloud computing. Okay, so this is quite useful, and I can give you some very good tips so that you can boost your career. Okay, now let's see what we are going to talk today. Today we are going to talk about Terraform interview questions, and we'll try to answer your normal questions, right, which you can receive in your interview, and that definitely can be helpful for you. Okay, however, practical is the best thing which you need to do. So let's talk about interview questions and then focus on practicals as well. Okay, now what is Terraform? So Terraform is something like which is actually helpful for you to do the automation part when you are creating your resources via console. It is good, but there are chances of human mistake, right? And you know that the time taking is also another thing. Like, so if you want to do the things as with agile, it is easy to maintain. You can create the pipelines, code pipelines, and pipelines, and with the help of pipelines you can do the things very quickly with the Terraform, right? So that is the advantage actually. Now, so hope you understood, right? To avoid human errors, it is good you set up the things into a script. You set up like, okay, you need to create a one server, then you want to keep it into this network and all such parameters. Define that, execute it, plan, check, yeah, is the coming desired output is working good, and then you can apply it and it will create the resources. As simple as that. Okay, for DevOps engineer, yes, it is required. If you want to do DevOps, Terraform is a required thing. Now, normally, what answer you face? Like, what do you understand by Terraform? Terraform is created by HashiCorp company, and it used to create, update, delete, and maintain the version of your architecture. Right. So this is straightforward. What are the reason to just choose Terraform for DevOps? Okay, why you are choosing DevOps while you have this cloud formation, PowerShell in Azure? So using Terraform for provisioning infrastructure leaves no room for human errors, hence improving the quality, consistency, and consistent efficiency of your cloud and on-prem infrastructure. Terraform uses the HCL language, okay, which is fairly similar to JSON language and easy to learn. Unlike the other IAC tool offered by cloud providers such as CloudFormation, we can use Terraform with a number of cloud platforms simultaneously. Like, it is working for Amazon Cloud, it is working for Google Cloud, it is working for Azure Cloud, it is working for Alibaba and most of other applications. So if you go to Terraform website, definitely you can have a look on this. So if you go to Terraform registry, okay, you can see like which are the providers available. So go there and you can see the complete list of Terraform providers. If you click on browse providers, you can see how many it is supporting. Okay, this is very useful, and it supports most of the clouds. Okay, what else, right? So what else you can do apart from this? So as I said that other ISA tool offered by cloud providers like CloudFormation by AWS, we can use Terraform with a number of cloud platforms. Okay, that is the advantage. How Terraform works: you need to write the code, plan it. You need to write the code, plan it, and then you can apply it. Okay, so write, then plan, then apply. Terraform init, initiate, Terraform plan, write the script, then Terraform plan, and then Terraform apply. Okay, what do you mean by Terraform Cloud? Okay, Terraform Cloud is a graphical interface. If I can show you very quickly, Terraform Cloud is something which is a graphical interface. Okay, and once again, thank you for your love. You purchased my Hindi course of AWS a lot, and this is like, this course is you use it a lot, right? And that is very handy, and I have published few very nice coupons. you can get very good discount, and you can pay it in installment as well. So there is number of ways you can use it, and there is some good option is going on, right? I have multiple options, and you can get it very low price as well, right? So just check for this, and thank you for your support. You purchase this course at the price of 4,000. It is worth to buy it. You just need to watch one video every day, and you learn Solution Architect Associate 03 along with practice exams. So you can do the practice as well at the same time. Just open my site awslearning.in and all yours. Any question, anytime, feel free to WhatsApp me. I will be happy to assist you and will get in touch with you. Okay. So this is very handy questions, and you can check the sample videos and learn that. I'm just taking now. I'm uploading the AWS professional videos. Okay, and that is also on the way. Once you complete that, then you can go for professional. Okay, that is the approach actually. Now coming to the point, where was we? Terraform Cloud. Okay, so I was talking about Terraform Cloud, how it looks. Okay, so it is something like this. Okay, this is just a GUI interface. You do the things via command line, right? By this, you do the things graphically. You plan the things, you automate the things, all other things, right? You can do that. It is really very handy. Okay. What else? What else? Okay. So Terraform Cloud. Yeah. What do you understand by state in Terraform? What is Terraform state? Okay. What is Terraform state? Can I have this? Let me check. Visual Studio Code. Okay. So Terraform, like suppose you created a server. Okay. You created a server in your environment, and then it got created. Now what Terraform do? Terraform preserve those details into their state file, right? So now next time, suppose this requirement come. Okay. Now this requirement come that okay, you need another server. What you will do? You will create another server, right? But now it knows the state, like okay, this server, if this is the instance ID, I need to create this one. It can check, okay, this resource is already exists, so it will not make the changes to that. Okay. What it will do, it will not create that same server, right? It will not create that same server. So suppose one time you updated, like you created a server, then you added S3 bucket. Now next time when you run, it will create only S3 bucket. That is the advantage of Terraform. It will not create the EC2 server. Why? Because it has that details, like okay, yes, this server is already exists, why I need to create that one? You got my point. So that is the advantage of Terraform. And where was we at? State file, right? So if there is no information in state file, how Terraform will validate okay, this server does exist or not? If a state file is not there, it will going to create issue. So it is better that you create the state file. Where you can put it on local, you can put it on remote. Okay. So Terraform should know the current status of configuration and infra. Under its management, Terraform store this information into a file called the state file. Okay. Now let's just think about like how it is. If I go to GCP, maybe I can show you something. Like this is Cloud Run demo. Okay. Test project, dev environment, main, and this is state file. Okay. So this is the state file. So it says something like okay, that this is the state file and it is saying like this kind of status is going on, right? So state file is, you can find that state file, right? So that is something like, okay, this resource has been created, right? This it suggests. That is the advantage. Now, what is the benefit of Terraform states? Again, like because it allows Terraform to map real world resources into your configuration, keep track of metadata, and improve performance when planning changes for complex infra. It is a critical component of Terraform. Like, so if resources already exist, they doesn't need to create it again, right? So it saves your time. It saves your time. It is useful for you, right? If you are finding this video interesting till now, and if you are able to understand the concept, can you hit a like button? Over 100 like buttons, you know that it will definitely motivate me. So I am just putting a target of 100 likes. If you are watching this video, if you put it like, thumbs up for me. What do you understand by Terraform backend? Okay, Terraform backend is the platform where the Terraform state snapshots are stored. By default, Terraform uses a backend called local to store state as a local file or on your disk. All other supported backends are some kind of remote storage services. So what I mean to say that we can keep it on local, we can keep it on remote, both ways. Okay. So if you go to the backend, right? See, state backend variable project, this. So if I create a new one, I will be able to show you something very interesting. But for now, like you need to understand that backend is something where we need to keep our bucket, right? State file state location, right? This is the advantage there. Okay. Now, what do you understand by Terraform backend? Okay. What is provider in Terraform? With which provider you need to work, right? With which provider you need to work. Like you are working with AWS. Okay. So what you will do? You will create a provider there. Okay. What you will do? You will create a provider there. Now this would be like something here. Okay. And you say AWS. Sorry. Copy the syntax from internet. Okay. This is how you can work. So go to Terraform, a registry. Let's take some example like you want to create a storage bucket in Google Cloud. Okay, so how you will do that? Let's see. So you go there, browse providers, choose Google platform. Now here you can get the syntax. Okay, what you want to know, you can get the syntax here. So now if you see here, download this week, provider download. Okay, AWS provider, right? Terraform Google module, Terraform Google module. I am okay. So there are these are different downloaded module. Actually, what it is like, it provide IAM information. Google has created for you someone, and you can utilize it a lot. So now if you go using providers, okay, see now using providers, it give you all the help, right? Now what is the syntax for Google? You need to specify the provider name, project name, and region name. Okay, now let's go to your Visual Studio. So what you will do? I'm sorry, yeah, here we go. Okay, so this is your provider is Google, project is, now project is like, suppose I have a test project. Okay, which project I have? Let me check very quickly. So I hope you are getting that information, right? Till practically you need to understand like wow, how it is working. So now if I go to cloud learning 01, this one. Okay, I go there, open console. This is my project. Okay, cloud learning dev 23. So I put this, copy the project ID. Okay, I'm taking time, but definitely it is useful for you, right? That is the reason. And I'm putting into US region, US Central 1 region, right? So now I got the healthy information. Now I can, what I can do, I can create a new folder. So what I can do, Explorer, create a new folder, file, open folder, okay. So we got it. What is Terraform backend? Terraform backend is the platform where the Terraform state snapshots are stored, right? By default, Terraform uses a backend called local to store state as of a local file on your disk. All other supported backends are some kind of remote storage device, kind of storage bucket, right? S3 bucket, those kind of, which store the state of your file. Okay, by default it is local, and otherwise it is remote. Remote could be storage bucket and the other things. What is provider in Terraform? So provider is something like, uh, as I said, that AWS, Google, right? These are the providers. So we have set up, like we have seen that what could be the providers. Google could be the providers here. Who maintain Terraform providers? Terraform maintains itself, right? Terraform maintain Terraform providers by itself. As a Terraform user anyone can develop their own providers. There are some standard providers that are maintained specifically by HashiCorp. What is Sentinel? Sentinel is the policies, right? Which you can set up the organization policies, like so that enforce standard configuration on your Terraform standard. It can be used by organization for compliance and governance purpose, right? What do you understand by module in Terraform? Terraform module is something which you can create, and by using that, new resources can be created. Okay, so once you define the module, a Terraform module is a standard containers for various multiple resources used together to provision and configure resources, right? For example, you create a VPC module, there are some parameters of it, right? And that provision a standard VPC and other resources like subnets and internet gateways. Modules can be shared publicly via the public module registry and private via the private module registry. What are the benefits of using modules in Terraform? You can create flexible things, right? Terraform modules allow us to create logical abstraction on the top of a resource set. Using module allow us to maintain and reuse a standard configuration for resource, right? Terraform modules allow us to create logical abstraction on the top of a resource set. Using modules allows us to maintain and reuse a standard configuration for resources, right? They can be versioning will be maintained there, right? And shared with members of your teams to provision resources in a standard way. Okay, so you can reuse modules. That is the point. What is private module registry? Private module registry is for private modules, right? So if you want to access private module, you will use private module registry. Correct? Now, few advanced questions, like if we go, how can we export data from one module to another module? There is some data in one module and you want to export it to other module. Okay, how you can do? We can export data from a module by defining output blocks in the module configuration file. This data can then be transferred as a parameter to the destination module. So you can export as a output block and then this data can be transferred as a parameter to the destination module. How you can define dependencies? Okay, how you can define dependencies? So for defining dependencies, what you need to do? Terraform has built-in dependency management. Terraform has two kind of dependencies between resources: implicit and explicit dependencies. Implicit dependencies, as the name suggests, are detected by Terraform automatically. This is when the output of a resource A is used in resource B. So suppose one is output come from resource A and it need to be used into resource B. This is called implicit dependencies. Terraform automatically detects that resource B need to be created only after resource A. Right? So it automatically understood this thing. Explicit dependencies can be specified in cases where two resources are internally dependent on each other without sharing your any outputs. So explicit dependencies can be shared in cases where two resources are internally dependent on each other without sharing any outputs. This can be done by using depend on parameter. Okay, what is the parameter? Depend on parameter in configuration block. What are provisioners in Terraform? Okay, one is providers. Now we are talking about provisioners. So provisioners are Terraform resources used to execute script as a part of the resource creation or destruction. There are two types of provisioner in Terraform, right? Local executive or remote executive. Local executive invokes a script on the machine running Terraform. Invoke a script on the machine running Terraform, right? Remote executive invoke a script on a remote resource once it get created. Okay, so local executive will be local script will be run on local machine, right? And remote script would be on the remote resource, right? What is external data block in Terraform? Just like local executive, provisioners external data block can be used to run script on machine running Terraform. The difference between a provisioner and the external data block. Okay, just like the local executive, provisional external data block can be used to run a script on machines running Terraform. Same work, right? But difference between a provisioner and the external data block is that the script in the external data block can return data in JSON format, whereas provisioners cannot return any out. Provisioner script got execute, done. But if you are running external data block, scripts which are running can return data in JSON format. It is important to note that external data blocks are also meant to be a last resort and should not be used. There is a better alternative, right? So external data blocks should be avoided. That is the whole purpose. How can people using the Terraform cloud can create two different set of infra using the same working directory? So there is same working directory and how they can create two different infra, right? By using different workspace, right? So what you they need to do? They need to create different workspace. The user can start Terraform runs into two separate workspace. Each workspace has a state file of its own. Okay, so every workspace has their own state file as long as the resources do not overlap. Both the users can successfully provision two different sets of infra using the same code. Okay, if you reach this point and you like this video, please hit a like button and write something in comment like you like the button, or if you have any question, feel free to ask. And you can learn AWS by yourself in Hindi language very easily. Solution Architect complete batch recording at very nominal price. You can visit my site awslearnings.in and you can check there. You can check there, right? That link is there, and description you can check for any details, right? And I am available at the other number, right? You can contact me. You can check the description of this point. Thank you, and thank you for your love every time you guys supported me a lot. Okay, what happens when multiple engineers start deploying infra using the same state file? Okay, what happens when multiple engineers start deploying infra using the same state file? This is tricky question, right? But what can be done? This has a very important feature called state locking. This feature ensures that no changes are made on the state file during a runtime and prevents the state from getting corrupt. Okay, if multiple people are making changes at the same time, what will happen? Conflict will come, right? To avoid that conflict, if one code is running, it will get locked if there is same changes has been done into same way. So there a lock will come. So once in that process get complete, it will update the state file, and then the other person can execute their changes. So it is important to note that not all Terraform backends support the state locking feature. You should choose the right backend if this feature is requirement, right? But Terraform lock is good thing to deploy. What is a null resource in Terraform? Okay, a Terraform resource, null resource is a configuration that runs like a standard Terraform resource block but does not create any resource. Okay, so is a configuration that runs like a standard Terraform resource block but doesn't create any resource. Okay, this may sound like a strange and useless resource, but it can be used in various situations to work around limitation in Terraform. Okay, so this means like you the resource is actually not getting create, right? Kind of a null resource, right? You are running a block, right? Like a standard Terraform resource, but it actually not getting create and it is not creating any resource. That is the thing. Okay, how can you use same provider in Terraform with different configuration? This is another tricky thing, right? How you can deploy using different configuration, right? Same provider AWS and you want to use different configuration means that different access key, secret key, kind of those things. By using alias argument in the provider block, right? So this video is long, a bit long, but it is good to have the better understanding, right? That is the point. You have a Terraform configuration file with no resource. Okay, you have a Terraform file, there is no resource created. What happens when you run the Terraform apply? Terraform will destroy all the resources, starting an empty run with the Terraform apply command is exactly the same as stating that Terraform destroy, right? So if you are running any resource file, right, which is and the file don't have any resources, it will destroy the resources. This is important, right? And you need to remember this, guys. What happens if a resource was created successfully in Terraform but failed during provisioning? Okay, a resource got created successfully in Terraform but failed during provisioning. This is unlikely scenario, but this happens sometimes. The resources is marked as stunted and can be recreated by restarting the Terraform run. Okay, so sometime it happens that a resource got created successfully but failed after during provisioning time. Which value of the TF log variable provide the most verbose log? Okay, TF underscore log trace is the most verbose log and the default value of the TF log variable. Okay, how you can import existing resources under Terraform management? Terraform import. Okay, so suppose you want to import existing resources under Terraform management, you can use Terraform import command. Which command can be used to preview the Terraform execution plan? Terraform plan. With the Terraform plan, you can check what of my resources will get created, right? Most of the time, till that extent, like it can get the information, you will find the answer. Which command can be used to reconcile the Terraform state with the actual real world infra? Okay, suppose you want to update the Terraform state file. The Terraform apply hyphen refresh only. This is the command. Okay, refresh only. Switch command is used to reconcile Terraform state with the actual real world infrastructure. It is the new alternative to the Terraform refresh command. So Terraform refresh only, which is now deprecated. So Terraform refresh deprecated, and now we have Terraform apply refresh only. Which command can be used to switch between workspace and using when using Terraform Cloud? Okay, if you are using Terraform Cloud and you need to switch the workspace, the Terraform workspace, select workspace name. So there is an option used to be Terraform workspace where you can choose different space workspaces. Which command is used to perform syntax validation on Terraform configuration file? Okay, which command is used to perform which command is used to create new workspace? Terraform Cloud, Terraform workspace, go to new workspace, it will get created. Don't not a big deal. Some other important Terraform command, Terraform init, right? You need to initiate the Terraform and then you can work, right? So that is the way. Terraform init upgrade used to upgrade the existing download providers. Okay, so suppose you just preparing and you will get the latest upgrade to the existing providers, right? That is the whole point. Terraform initialize reports remote backend, download providers, and remote modules define in your configuration in Terraform init, right? Terraform plan execute your plan, generate your plan output, and will show you. Apply will execute the plan. Okay. Terraform apply auto approve, things got auto approved. It will not ask. Destroy the structure. Destroy auto approve, destroy the structure without asking. Terraform format scans the current directory, the configuration file, and formats them according to the HCP canonical style and format. Terraform format recursive scan the current directory as well as the subdirectory for the configuration file. Terraform show provides a human readable output for a state file, plan file. Okay. So I hope this information remain useful for you and you have liked this video. If you like this video, hit a like button. It would be helpful to motivate me. And please share the video with others. Thank you guys. Take care.